Saltburn. It's all over social media. It's at the Golden Globes, and I've been hearing about this movie for weeks now, and I'm sure you have too. So what's going on with this movie? Is it underrated, overrated, is it good, bad, or is it just straight up weird for the sake of being weird? I'm making this video to answer that exact question. I sat down last night after making a burger. It was topped with grilled onions, peppers, avocado, and gold barbecue sauce. My girlfriend and I decided to finally watch this movie. Directed by Emerald Fennell, starring the guy from Euphoria and the man who played the king of rock and roll himself in Priscilla, Jacob Elordi, alongside Barry Keoghan, who was also in Killing of a Sacred Deer and Banshees of Inisherin. The actress Rosamund Pike also has a lot of moments throughout this film. In the past, she has played that crazy woman from Gone Girl, which, by the way, if you haven't seen Gone Girl, it's a masterpiece. Go check it out. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about is the acting. I always do a quick test every time I watch a movie, and I use this test to gauge how good the performances were. The test is simple. I ask myself, did I just watch Jacob Elordi or Barry Keoghan acting in a movie, or did I watch Felix Catton and Oliver Quick exist in this fictional world? The characters in Saltburn do a great job and definitely passed the test. There wasn't a single bad performance, and ultimately what it boils down to is that Barry Keoghan and Jacob Elordi are on screen for the majority of the time, and they just crush it. Now let me get into the story. The meat and bones, the substance, what you guys are here for, just what the hell is going on. After watching the movie, the clearest and quickest way of describing this movie would be to say it is a eat the rich type movie. But there is a lot going on in this movie, probably too much, because at the same time you have this eat the rich type movie, you also have what seems to be a romantic movie that turns into a suspenseful thriller that maintains this sexual undertone until it eventually becomes a tragic mystery. I know that sounds confusing and overpacked, and that's because it is. I mean, Google describes this movie secondly as a comedy. And yeah, sure, there's probably a few chuckles, but I mean, I don't even remember them. So in essence, that's the problem with this movie. There's so many different elements between the sexual motivations of more than one character, all the way to the economic class differences in a modern society. It's safe to say they got lost in the sauce. When I watch a movie, I want to feel something. I want to get sad or get angry. I want to laugh or cry or think about something I hadn't before. Maybe even rethink my prior opinions about something. But this movie didn't do that. And I think it was because they spread themselves too thin, trying to cover so many different elements all within a 2-hour runtime. Now I'll address the utterly bizarre and shocking moments without spoiling anything. Yes, there are some very weird, and depending on your tolerance of getting creeped out, it may even be hard for you to watch some of these scenes. There are also tragic and shocking scenes that do pay off. They are shocking. The suspense throughout the movie was indeed leading somewhere, and it does have that wow factor, but I couldn't help but think some of these scenes made it into the final cut only for the sake of being weird, to create talk and create this wow factor, because some of these bizarre scenes just didn't really need to have happened. I feel like they could have accomplished more doing something else. For example, there is a graveyard scene and a different sexual scene between two characters where both scenes took this utterly shocking route for the sake of shocking people, instead of using these opportunities to add emotional or personal substance and improve or deepen the relationship the audience has with these characters, or maybe even invest us further into the plot. In conclusion, the acting is great. The shocking moments that everyone's talking about online are indeed shocking. They do have that wow factor. The weirdness of this movie is interesting, and it is something you can go into work tomorrow and talk about with your coworkers. Unfortunately, the story covers so many different elements rather than hammering one or two that it takes away from the characters and the story. Personally, I would have preferred a deeper connection with the characters rather than have these shockingly weird moments, because I think as the mystery unfolded in the end, I would have cared more and it would have had more of an impact. Overall, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the worst movie ever and 10 being the greatest movie ever, I say Saltburn is a 7.1. Let me know down below if you think that's a bad take or if you agree with me. Let me know as well. Either way, have a great day. Thanks for watching, and if you like this video and want to see me do more, subscribe, like, comment, and stay tuned for more. Catch you later. Peace.